Hey guys, my name is Divya. I'm a doctor and I've held a management role with a healthcare company for a while. I've been doing a series of videos on my channel to help everybody out in the community get certified with whatever certification they're working on. So I've done an entire series on SHRM and PMP, more to come with different certifications. I recently finished a 10-part series on how to study for certification exams. So this would apply across the board for any certification that you're working on as a full-time professional or as someone who's already graduated and done with all their degrees and certifications from universities. So this would be like a professional certification from an institute. And I hope that you would check the series out. So after doing so many things on studying and certifications and what to do, I just wanted to do a shorter video on what not to do. So parts 5 and 7 of my earlier series about how to study for certification exams do have a series of don'ts, but I did want to include something here and do a separate video which is not really part of the series, but I do think that it's really important. So the 3 things that I would discuss today are mistakes that I have made while studying, and I hope that you don't do the same. These are mistakes I made throughout my doctorate and while studying for certain certification exams, but I think I've become better over the years, so I just wanted to share all these with you. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So my tip number 1, don't overdo the active recall method. So in all my videos, guys, you will see that I have mentioned how important the active recall method is and how many YouTubers, people have presented data and they've actually looked at research trials and clinical trials, studies that have been done on what really works in terms of effectiveness when it comes to studying. So active recall is definitely effective, right? You look at a topic, you read the topic, and then you cover those notes and actually think about it in your mind, make a gist, a summary in your mind and recollect all the points. Even better if you write it down. So I think the active recall method is really effective, extremely important. The only caveat is that you don't overdo it. So I've done that many times in my life. I've overdone the active recall method. I don't know what I was trying to do. I was trying to prove that I could remember certain lines or words from the book or from the notes or the study material, and that is totally not worth it. So please don't fall for that trap and don't overdo the active recall method. My tip number 2, don't overdo highlighters and stationery. So I am someone who absolutely loves stationery. I love my sticky notes. I love highlighters, and I used to carry a huge pack in school. I think I had about 12 or 13 different colors when it came to highlighters. So I would really suggest that you don't fall into that trap because it sort of fatigues you after a while. You're overdoing this highlighting and overdoing sticky notes. Don't fall into it. I still use highlighters, maybe 2-3 colors, and I still really use sticky notes because I do like to stick notes on my study material just in case I remember something or just in case I want to connect with another topic. If 2 topics are in different ends of the book, but they are interconnected and you think that a question could be asked by interconnecting various topics that are spaced out in a book or study material, I think the sticky note with page numbers and interpretation really helps. So I would encourage you to use it, but don't overdo it. My tip number 3, don't delay practice exams. Now, I've been guilty of doing this, guys, and I wanted to share it with you. So practice exams, as we all know, practice questions exams are really important, whether you're studying for your 12th grade, your boards, your medical entrance exams, certifications, anything that you do, practice exams are really important. But I think it's important not to delay it. So I used to think back in the day that I have to master the material using active recall and spaced repetition before I attempt a practice exam. And nowadays I've revised my opinion because the reality is there's no mastery without you solving questions. So once you get into the material, if you're done with the course material once or at most twice, start solving questions. Start appearing and attempting for exams. The only time I would save those practice exams for the very end or for a later time is if you don't have enough of them. If it's one of those certifications or one of those courses where you don't have enough practice exams or questions, reliable questions floating around, and it does happen, then I would save them. But otherwise, guys, the sooner that you start solving questions and taking exams, the better reinforcement you would have in terms of your study material and your recollection techniques. So this was it, guys, my 3 tips for not doing and not making the mistakes that people generally make while studying, so that your studying can get better and better every single time. I really hope that these videos are helping you. If they are, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.